Hi, I'm Christopher Gatza.
And I'm Maya Garza.
Welcome to United ITV News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
You'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, a top administrator at UISD is recognized for his service on behalf of students with disabilities.
And some gifted and talented students at Alexander High School study different diseases and how they spread.
Those stories and more are coming up
on this exciting edition of United ITV News.
David Gonzalez, UISD's Associate Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, received an award for outstanding service by a community leader.
The recognition was given by Special Olympics Texas.
One of the reasons David Gonzalez won this award was for his efforts on behalf of the Meet in the Middle program.
For the Meet in the Middle in Texas, there's over 100 campuses in the state of Texas that participate in Meet in the Middle. Out of those over 100, 41 of them from our district. So it's a big chunk. And it says a lot about the vision of our board members, Mr. Santos, and obviously our principals, that we care enough for not only for all our students more than anything else. And I've always said that schools should be more about not just science and math and reading, it's about teaching students. And we've been able to do that in all our campuses. It's critical for us to communicate to the community that we support all our students.
More involves the librarian at Gonzalez Middle initiated the Meet in the Middle program at United ISD after being contacted by a colleague.
After that, I asked my daughter-in-law, who's at Washington Middle, Laura Gonzalez Ortiz, to join the club with me. And that was the beginning of Meet in the Middle, where we include everyone, regardless of their different learning abilities. We have meetings. We play sports, we dance, we include students regardless of their different instruction and their different abilities.
Well, I'm really proud as far as receiving the award on behalf of UISD. It is something that's very special and we should all be proud. You know, what we're doing is we're taking it to the next level. We're showing Texas that United is a district that has a vision as far as looking at every single child as a whole and not labeling them, but accepting what they are, who they are, and what they can become in our community.
GT students in the Scientific Research and Design class at Alexander High School took part in an epidemiology symposium. The students did research on diseases and disorders.
They each of them pick a topic of their interest, let's say a specific cancer, and they're looking at different features of the cancer, epidemiology, the causes, the treatments, how to prevent it, which is a very good way of getting their interest in science. All the questions of why people get it, or how do we treat it, or why it's not curable, those things they are having to research.
The students shared their findings with invited guests. Jose Ballesteros is studying nanotherapy through vaccines in the treatment of brain tumors. He says this method shows plenty of promise.
Even after they are treated with any sort of therapy, whether it be chemotherapy or hypothermia, they only last about 6 months after the treatment. And with this treatment already, they have already had patients live up to 9 years after they're treated, 10 years after they're treated, and all of this is even considering that they have invested less time in a hospital getting treated with the treatment.
This is the 5th year that we are having our GT students present their research in this year in cancer, and we are happy to have many guests from different institutions like TAMIU and LCC, and as well as our keynote speaker, Dr. Eduardo Miranda. And today our students are presenting their research on cancer and cancer treatments and the latest technology that is out there to treat cancer patients. And we are happy to have them ready and showing off their work to the community and to the professionals.
Epidemiology is a branch of medicine dealing with the incidence and prevalence of disease in large populations. It also deals with finding the source and cause of epidemics and of infectious disease.
United ISD is encouraging its qualified students to register to vote. Alexander High School hosted a voter registration drive for students. Organizers say they want students to understand that their vote is important. Voting is a way to participate in our country's democratic process. The efforts to encourage students to vote is a joint effort between United ISD and communities and schools. The drive to get students to vote took place during the lunch period. As students walked in, some of them took advantage of this time to fill out their voter registration applications. In order to vote in the November election, students must be a U.S. citizen. Students have to be 18 years of age by election day in November. Students must also register in the county where they live.
Jesus Posada, a student athlete at United South High School, was selected as the High School Player of the Week. Jesus and his teammates gathered in the field house for the announcement. In the Panthers game against Eagle Pass, Jesus, the running back for his team, had a very impressive game.
I was able to score 3 touchdowns and run for 187 yards. And we're just going to keep fighting and we're not going to give up.
For his outstanding effort, Jesus Posada was recognized as the High School Football Player of the Week by Academy Sports and Outdoors, KGNS Television, and our local Telemundo station.
After a childhood accident in which she nearly drowned, Maritza Gomez had a fear of the water. This next story shows us how through hard work and determination she was able to conquer her fears and help others.
I suddenly felt this big push on my back and I fell into the 12-feet pool. And as I recall, I went all the way down to the drain, and fortunately there was this couple that were out there picnicking, and the man jumped in.
She was saved from drowning. Her fears of going into the water stayed with her until high school. That's when her high school counselor convinced her to enroll in a swim class and lifeguard course. After conquering her fears, Maritza eventually became an aquatics professor at TAMIU, where she is teaching the next generation of swimming instructors.
Here I was drowning, and it just takes someone to motivate you, to believe in you, to make you think, hey, I can do this. And there's nothing that's going to get in my way to reach that goal.
Maritza Gomez made sure her son Enrique learned to swim at an early age. Enrique, who has become an accomplished swimmer at Alexander High School, has been swimming since the age of 3. Last year, however, Enrique began having trouble breathing. This made swimming difficult.
It was this consistent cough that would not go away. We were constantly taken to the doctor. And of course, eventually the doctor referred us to pediatric pulmonologist, where he was diagnosed with chronic asthma.
It impacted me strongly. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I didn't feel like swimming anymore for a while because of it, and even if I tried swimming, it would still stop me. But you gotta push through, and you'll make it. Don't let asthma or any other severe medical condition stop you from doing what you love, either it's sports, academics, or life in general. Always set your goal and accomplish it, and keep going and keep going. Don't stop.
The Outstanding 8th Grader of the Month ceremony was held at the Chapa Reception Hall. The ceremony honors outstanding 8th grade students in our community. These are the best and the brightest 8th grade students. The 8th Grader of the Month programs is sponsored by the Laredo Police Department. Organizers say they want all students to do their best in everything they do. Here are United ISD's outstanding 8th graders for the month of October.
Trotman Middle School is serious about its efforts to stop bullying. We'll show you how the school reached new heights in its efforts to reinforce an important message.
We decided that our students would do an Stop Bullying campaign, and we asked the fire department to come over and do an aerial shot where we spelled out actually Stop Bullying. We have a very active student group here at Trotman Middle School. It took a great deal of effort. The classrooms, we had to clear everybody, make sure that they were able to come out, and the kids were all excited, very supportive about it, and we've been planning this for several weeks now. We're all about being equal and being fair with everybody and no bullying here at Trotman. We want to create a great deal of awareness to make sure that all the kids know that they have a right to be in school and feel free and safe and happy in their school environment. And that is really what this is all about, to make sure that everybody feels happy and safe at school.
There is a group at Trotman Middle School that seeks to help younger boys become proper gentlemen. The Gentlemen's Academy is helping those boys make the transition to early adulthood. The Gentlemen's Academy is open to boys in all grade levels.
What the goal is to try and show them character traits, good positive characters, how to be gentlemen, how to succeed, set goals, and just be good members of this community. Now campus-wide, we're doing a Dress for Success Thursday. So every Thursday, campus-wide, our students know that they can dress for success. The guys can wear their ties, girls wear their jackets as well. And we're looking for sponsors right now. I think we have a couple of sponsors, Walmart and Burlington. We're talking to Ross, and they're jumping on board, donating ties and blazers so that we can make sure that all students who are wanting to participate have the opportunity to do so.
The Gentlemen's Academy hosted its first breakfast. The guest speaker was UISD Board President Javier Montemayor. He spoke to more than 50 students on the importance of having a positive attitude, showing respect, resolving conflicts in a constructive manner, and setting a good example.
It's nothing but positive for our students. You see a difference in the atmosphere. The kids walk around with pride, and they open the doors for their teachers and for the girls. It's just awesome to see. I'm very, very excited and very proud of the kids.
The Gentlemen's Academy sponsor is teacher Emanuel Sanchez. Trotman Middle School also has a Younger Ladies Academy for girls.
It's building good character, what it means to be a gentleman and a young lady. It's not just what you're wearing, it's what you're made of, and you know, be respectful. And I know the people out in the community, the workforce out in the community, they're looking for this. And I think it's something that's been untapped for the most part in the educational setting. So we want to create well-rounded individuals here at Trotman, not only academically, but also their character and what they can build for themselves for the future.
Books and potatoes were used to encourage reading and foster creativity. It was all part of Teen Read Week at Salvador Garcia Middle School.
In celebration of Teen Read Week, we went ahead and had a potato contest. Students were asked to decorate a potato according to a favorite book character. And also we thought, as a special guest, we invited manager Jesse Hernandez from Books for Million, who's going to be reading some scary stories to our kids. And at the same time, we're going to be rewarding our first, second, and third place winners.
Students taking part were treated to lunch and scary stories. The purpose of Teen Read Week is to encourage students to read for fun. In addition, students decorated potatoes as popular storybook characters. Congratulations to these top 3 students. In first place was 6th grade student Hunter Cancrack. His Chewbacca project impressed the judges. 6th grade student Sergio Villarreal came in second for his interpretation of the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. 7th grade student Jessica Moya won third place with her interpretation of Black Beauty.
Natalie Martinez, a third grade student at Clark Elementary, was one of the 50 winners in the statewide My Superhero Teacher contest. Natalie described why her teacher is a superhero.
She helps us learn, and if there were no teacher, we wouldn't be learning. So that's why it's important to have teachers.
Natalie was one of the 50 entries chosen from all over the state. And her entry is featured on Facebook, and people have to vote for it. And whoever gets the most votes wins the actual contest. So we're very proud of her that from all over the state, her poster was chosen. So congratulations, Natalie.
The contest was sponsored by the Teacher Retirement System of Texas.
Clark Elementary teamed up with McDonald's restaurants to raise some funds. McDonald's and Mal del Norte hosted a Meet Teachers fundraising event for Clark Elementary. Teachers put away their lesson plans and worked with McDonald's staff at the restaurants. They swept floors, cleaned tables, and worked the cash register.
McDonald's will contribute partial of their whatever they make today to contribute back to our school so that we can buy incentives for our students.
This marks the 4th year that Clark Elementary takes part in the Make Teachers Night fundraiser. Many students and parents showed up to support the effort. Coming up on United ITV News, we'll see how some United ISD schools pitched in to help this year's Pennies for Tennies campaign.
And our district receives a generous grant that could potentially save lives. We'll explain.
Don't change that channel.
You're watching United ITV News.
Studies show that parents who are actively involved in their children's education more than double their chances of graduating from high school and even going on to college. Make time to get to know your child's principal, teachers, and counselor. Volunteer and get involved in your child's school activities. Even the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Invest in your child's future today.
UISD students, it's time to rally, dig in, score big, and win a new car just by going to school. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is back. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new 2016 Kia Soul. Have perfect attendance during an 89-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new car. Spike your chances, attend class, and win a new Kia Soul.
We want to encourage all 18-year-olds to please pre-register and vote on November 3rd.
Any U.S. citizen who is 18 years old by November the 3rd is eligible to vote.
In order to vote in this upcoming election, you must pre-register by Monday, October 5th.
Make your voice heard because every vote counts.
Study the issues.
Be informed.
And vote.
On November 3rd.
Our vote, our voice, our future.
United ISD now has a virtual crime watch program that makes it easy to report a crime anonymously.
Just download the free UWatch app from the iTunes Store. This app allows citizens to report a crime or send a tip anonymously.
You can even attach video, photos, audio, or any other information to your tip. Help keep our schools and community safe.
With UWatch, the power to report and prevent a crime can now be found in the palm of your hand.
The students at Clark Middle School did a great job collecting funds for this year's Pennies for Tennies effort.
The school's National Junior Honor Society did all the heavy lifting, and they were able to collect close to $600.
As an incentive, classes that were able to collect at least 500 pennies were given access to a school pep rally.
The Honor Society of our school spearheaded this campaign, and every morning we had 2 members go around the whole school and go to the first period class and try to collect as much as they could for Pennies for Tennies. And then we did have a pep rally where the entrance to the pep rally had to be, the class had to collect a minimum of $5 per class in order for the class to enter to the pep rally. And we were very proud to say that 100% and every single classroom was able to collect the $5 or more minimum to enter into the pep rally that day.
Students at Los Obispos Middle School did their part in helping the Pennies for Tennies campaign help those in need in our community. Students there were able to collect $179.
As a school, we got together and made it an initiative to go ahead and have every single student participate to raise money. And it was done during their first block. Students went ahead and donated their pennies for tennies, and we were able to collect like that. I think our students need to know that even though they may think it's a small part, together as a school we can help our community, and everybody putting their little grain of sand makes a whole lot of difference. So here at Los Obispos, we're just very happy to help and show our citizenship and help to our community.
Nye Elementary participated in the effort to collect money on behalf of Pennies for Tennies. Cheerleader sponsors tell us how it went.
Nye Elementary has been collecting money since the beginning of October for Pennies for Tennies. We are excited and happy to announce that we have raised $800.
We would like to thank the families, parents, and students who helped collect for this great cause.
United ISD held its reading fair for students in grades 2 through 5. Students created projects based on books they have read.
The students are reading books of their choice with some criteria given to them, and then they produce a project, a trifold board with the components of the reading book that they read. And then on each campus they compete, and the winner from grades 2nd through 5th come to the district reading fair. And here each of those first place winners from each campus is being judged again, and from there there'll be a first, second, and third place winner for 2nd through 5th grade. And the kinder and first grade, they actually compete on campus as a class, so they're winners in their classroom, while the older kids will compete here for first, second, and third place winner. And this is the second annual fair, so they're getting better every year, and the projects, as you can see, are awesome. Well, this is the opportunity for the kids to read a book of their choice. They do a lot of reading for STAR testing, and for science, and for social studies, so really this is supposed to be a fun and rewarding and exciting way for the kids to pull out all the story elements. They learn their characters, their setting, their basic summary, all the things that are being taught in class, and then they're internalizing it and producing this project to make it a fun and rewarding experience through reading.
The Transportation Department held a walk for people with cancer. It was a show of support for those suffering from the disease. Another objective of this walk was to raise awareness.
We have a lot of individuals in our department who are either going through treatment for cancer or who are survivors of cancer. So we thought it'd be something nice to maybe do a walk, have a lunch, something. And then this ended up happening. Everyone was really excited about it. All we're trying to do is really, go out there, show our support, really bring awareness to cancer, because it's something that does hit home, for a lot of people. People either have family members, close friends, co-workers, etc. And it's something that's very important, something that's prevalent, and it's very important that people go out there, get tested. And if anything, we're just trying to show our support not only to our ladies and the individuals here in our department, but everybody who's going through something like this.
Anaphylaxis is a serious allergic reaction. It occurs without warning and may cause death. Anaphylaxis must be treated immediately with epinephrine. In October, United ISD nurses received a donation of 200 EpiPen auto-injectors from the Milan Specialty Pharmaceutical Company.
When a person has a severe allergic reaction or anaphylaxis, you need to respond quickly, immediately. And with these pens, that is going to, happen. And these are for lay people. It's not so much for the healthcare worker, because the healthcare worker, they do have other medications that they can use for this, but anybody that has been trained with CPR goes through the first aid, and they're taught how to inject this auto-injectors into the mid-thigh. And so this will help everybody in the long run to save a life.
The donation is worth some $46,000. As part of its National EpiPen for School program, Malin offers free auto-injectors to schools across the U.S. Anaphylaxis typically causes a number of symptoms, including an itchy rash, throat swelling, and low blood pressure. Common causes include insect bites and stings, foods, and medications.
The Bond Oversight Committee met in October. The committee oversees expenditures and makes recommendations to the Board of Trustees. The committee approved the allocation of surplus bond funds from several projects at Alexander High School. Alexander will receive a new band hall, an agriculture science building, a junior ROTC building, and an area for career and technology education. There are also plans to renovate the school's main entrance. In addition, the baseball fields will be relocated and the retention pond will be increased to improve drainage. Some of the projects will also be paid for from the general fund. All projects at Alexander High School are expected to be completed in 2017. Before closing out the project at Veterans Memorial Elementary, the committee approved some final improvements. The teacher closets will be upgraded to better secure the district's computer tablets. The parking lot will also be restriped and other classroom improvements will be done for a total of about $44,000. Elementary school number 28 is about 28% complete. The school should be ready by March of 2017. Work on a parking lot expansion and a classroom wing addition is being done at Arndt Elementary. The work at Arndt is about 5% complete and is expected to be finished by June of 2016.
The City of Laredo issued a proclamation to promote awareness about a learning disability. This disability affects students' ability to read. UISD dyslexia teachers joined Mayor Pro Tem Juan Advice in proclaiming the month of October as Dyslexia Awareness Month in Laredo.
We're also going to have a booth on how to assist students at home, strategies that the parents can use at home. We're also going to have a booth on this school year is a booth on technology. What kind of technology can our dyslexic students use in the classroom?
Dyslexia is a learning disability that affects a student's ability to read. Students may see letters out of order or words on a page may appear to be moving. Each year, United ISD hosts a Dyslexia Awareness Festival for parents. The event is designed to give parents a greater understanding of the struggles and frustrations that go with having dyslexia.
The City of Laredo hosted a press conference announcing this year's Borderplex Directory Recycling Contest. One United ISD school will have the opportunities to earn $600. Last year's winner at United ISD was Trotman Elementary. Students were able to gather more than 1,300 phone books for recycling. There will be winners from both public schools, districts, and the private and religious schools. Organizers say the contest helps save valuable landfill space.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And check out our YouTube channel where you can see a lot of different UISD videos.
You've been watching United ITV News.
We hope you enjoyed our show.
I'm Christopher Garza.
And I'm Maya Garza.
Thank you for watching.